missed it. Mama Crow. Hey Gavin, how's it going? So it was raining for about half an hour, but look at the sun. So now we just got the last little bit of rain. Darn it, now there's no more rain. Hey, black and white. So it said it was going to rain and it was going to end around 5, but I wasn't paying attention. It would have been nice to film the rain, and then all of a sudden the sun came out. It looks like Humboldt County. And then in Arizona, we have monsoons. So in the summer, or not in the summer, but we have thunderstorms, and it'll rain for an hour and the sun will come out. So that happens a lot in Sedona, around the Grand Canyon and stuff. It happens in the summertime in Humboldt. So look, there's no more rain. Look at that. Right? So the rain cloud is right here. Look, that's a rain cloud, right? If it looks menacing, oh, you can barely see a rainbow. So the rain, it just went over us. Oh, there's a rain cloud over there. So maybe we'll get another one, right? So all that is rain, and then it's raining over there. But right here we got blue sky. Look at that. All right. Oh, the birds are so happy. So it's really neat when that happens. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get a beer. No. Hey, Sunny girl. Hold on. I'm drinking a Modelo. Look at it. Okay. So I went and drunk last night. Okay, because 420, right? Like, let's party. Like, super drunk. Okay. So I was super drunk and I went to go get something to eat. And all the liquor stores were closed because I actually went to 2 liquor stores while I was waiting for my food. And they didn't have my beer. Right? So look at that. See the ground? It's all wet. I love it when that happens. It really happens a lot in Arizona. Nevada, when I lived in Nevada, it happened somewhat. You know, it would happen, but not too often. So it's really neat when it rains and then the sun comes out, or you just missed it. It was raining and the sun was out. So it's kind of one of those things, you know, you're in the sun, but it's still raining. Really neat when that happens. I tried to film it at the very end because I've been having more me time, and I'm watching something about UFOs in British, like in the 40s, 50s, or 60s. I think we're moving up to the 60s now. So that sun feels good. How's everyone doing? I'm trying to pay attention. So I have I'm smoking this indoor. I think I have one more joint. I can make one more joint. Smoke some indoor. I'm gonna get another jar of outdoor, right? Like organic, don't panic, like really good, right? Better than going to the cannabis club. Shit. Look at the steam off the roof. I don't know if you can see the steam, but like the roof is wet. Oh, you can't see it. I can see it. But there's steam coming off the roof. So it might rain a little more. So I haven't seen this movie. It's called The Day the Earth Stood Still. It looks like it's made in the 40s or 20s or something. It's like one of them old science fiction, movies. And I love them old, science fiction movies. The Day the Earth Stood Still. Have you guys ever seen it? So anyways, went to get something to eat and bought a Modelo. And, I used to be such a snob because everyone drinks Modelos because I work with, lots of Hispanics, pretty much. And, no, I don't want Modelos, but fuck, that was so good. Pretty good. And for the most part, like Mexicans, they don't drink Corona or Tecates, or the most popular beer is Modelos here in California. Yeah. You have lots of other things, Dos Equis, whatever kind of Mexican beer. But Modelos are the most popular. They're really good. And see, they have an original bottle. See how this bottle is? See how it's fat in here? So it's a whole different... Heineken's used to have an original bottle. And they sold out. And they went with this American stupid bottleneck thing. And it just bugs me. Right? Coronas have the same bottle. It's like, what were you thinking? Alright, let's smoke out. Michael Renee's stars are the outer space guys. And I think Michael Douglas is in it or something. See, back in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s, people thought different. You might think the earth is still flat, right? But when it came to computers, they always figured the bigger the computer, right? The bigger the computer you have is going to rule the world, right? Had no idea what a little microchip is or something, right? Now it's the smallest computer. But back then, it was like, the biggest computer is going to take over the world. So all the birds are happy. I guess they love the rain. They get to dance in the sun. So I've been feeding the crows at work. Not a whole lot. I think basically 2 crows. Could be, maybe more than one couple. So we've been feeding them for a couple months now. And Mama Crow came right up to me because we didn't give her anything to eat because we didn't eat off the lunch truck. So had some meatballs that I saved because I went to Subway, and 3 feet away, Wallin, trying to tell me I'm hungry. And then I thought about it. About a month or 2 months ago, was on the scaffolding. Same thing. Mama Crow came like 3 feet right on the scaffolding, like right next door. Could almost touch it, right? And I was like tripped out because I always feed crows. They usually don't come so close. They might come, 5-10 feet and come a little sketchy. These crows come like so close to me. This is twice. So really excited. So obviously they remember me and they must like me because of course whatever I feed them they must really enjoy. And now it's a habit. So it's either early or late. And then I thought someone threw my, I wrapped it up in the Subway thing. I thought someone threw it away, but no, it was on the ground. So at the end of the work, put it on the ground and you can see Mama Crow coming. So I really like feeding my crows. So I feed them at work. Let's see, I can't see. Oh, that's good. Right? And that's the thing about, you know, things always change. You know, the only thing that will not change in life is the law of change itself. So you think, you know, yeah, that's life. Everything changes. It could do a polar flip. You know, one day it'll be black, the next day it'll be white. It's like total opposite. Now the sun is out. Feels so good. Tomorrow I've got a lot of cleanup to do, so it's gonna be messy and muddy and dirty. But that's okay. So the sun feels so good. I love the rain, right? I don't really like working in it or after, because here in Santa Rosa we have a clay mud. So it'll be still wet in some places where there's no sun for a couple weeks. Yeah. So they just trek that all over the job site. In the houses they're working, on the street, just to clean the street is a big deal. And you got sidewalk, it's just mud everywhere, mud pies. It's like, so that's my job. I'm a mud pie sweeper. But that sun feels so good. Look at that. We got California sunshine. And it only rained for half an hour. You know? I could see over there's a big rain cloud. I don't really see any coming this way. There's hardly any wind. So isn't it weird? Like, the wind's not blowing, but the clouds are moving, right? And then sometimes the wind will be blowing, but the cloud isn't moving as fast as the wind. It's just in a different time zone or some shit, right? So got a new helper today. Didn't really work with them. I did my own thing. So they were cleaning, sweeping and stuff, and really good. So I don't know the other guy. I worked with this guy Brian. I'm so happy I did not get Steve or Eric, and for some reason they did not bring Steve back to the other job site, which I'm kind of happy, because you know I plan on going over there, and we brought Steve in, you know, but we kind of knew. I didn't want to, you know, if you think he's going to make the A team, yeah, he's had many opportunities in life to have the same position that I do, and for whatever reason, it doesn't work. So I'm actually relieved that they didn't send him or the other guy Eric to work with me. This guy Eric's a little bit of a hothead, but so am I. I try not to act like that on the job site. I may, you know, curse like a redneck and go, cock, suck, fuck, whore, tit, puss, ass, or whatever, right? So I have to work on that. I'm not supposed to say bad words at work. I have to be professional and civil, right? Could you imagine if there's some corporate there and I'm yelling at something. You cocksucker! Who are you talking to? You know, piece of wood that's giving me a hard time and fighting me. So I have 20 people in my chat. If everyone could just give a shout out, like where you're at and what kind of weather. Like we'll do a weather report, right? So I like this guy Brian that I work with. I don't know what he does with his money, but he seems like he's always bumming cigarettes. He has a van, right, that he lives in. I shouldn't really put all this out there. This other guy showed up today. He's got like a Dodge truck or something, and it seems really cool. He seems knowledgeable. I always look at the way people dress, and you know, you got some good boots. Like this one guy showed up on the job site. Nice pair of boots. I forget what kind, but you're clean as fuck. And Robert goes, when people show up like that, they don't work. So pay attention. You got some good boots, whatever. Like, you can tell they've been worked in. So, seems pretty cool guy. You know, we all smoke cigarettes, so we got something in common. Hey Gavin, Massachusetts, 53 degrees. I'm not sure what the temperature is here. So for Massachusetts, I guess that's not bad, right? Because I know in New York they've been experiencing rain or snow or something. And a little chilly because I watch the news. I don't know why I watch New York news, but I watch New York news, I watch LA news, and I watch the Bay Area news. And then I try to switch and do different cities. Like we were watching Washington DC news, it was totally different than all the others, you know. Hey British Beat. So we're trying to communicate with my chat today and not be so spacey, right? So we want to know where everyone, you know, like where they're at and what is the weather, because we just had it raining and the sun shining. So now we have another cloud, so it looks like the sun is going to disappear, and who knows, the rain could come back. But I love it when you got that little pocket of sunshine, right? Blue sky. And it's raining, like, right? It's raining, the sun is out there, blue sky. I really love that. I think it's very special. Here we rabbits. No, Steve is not around. Frank said we're gonna give him a couple days off, and then it's the end of the week. I'm sorry, my snot running down my nose. So they haven't brought him back, and you know, I think if it was up to my bosses, they might put him to work. But I think because the cameras and everything, so corporate knows. So corporate might have said something, and maybe, you know, I thought Frank liked him, yeah. But I know Steve was driving him crazy the last couple days. So I don't think they're gonna bring him back, and they pretty much go on what I say. So if I recommend, you know, other people, yeah, it's not like I'm not recommending Steve. So it's just difficult to work with him because he wants to act like the boss and he has all the answers. So when he's working with my boss and he has all these advice or whatever how to do things, you know, that's not your call to do all. Just do your job. But when you start going, oh, you should do it this way or do it that way, or like, you know, no. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you're like, what the fuck? He comes up with a brilliant idea. But that's like 1 out of 50. So let's just say you got 50 different things. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. Every day. And it's like, oh, fuck. Can you just shut the fuck up and do your job? And then, okay, one time he'll come up with something really good and he'll go, I didn't think of that. That's pretty good there. Right? But, no, a little difficult to work with. So we got 2 new other guys. Why so serious? Yes, I'm a Batman fanatic. Oh, fuck. Tennessee is 65. I believe that's Tennessee. Why so serious? Right? I'm not very good at impressions. Yeah, and then, you know, he drinks, but I never see him really get drunk on the job site. So he must have a really high tolerance because he drinks that vodka like maybe first thing in the morning, right? It's like, what the fuck? So when I've seen him, looked like he was doing a really good job. Happy for him, you know. I really want to see him get his shit together, but he only has a certain kind of mental capacity of thinking he's happy where he's at, and no, life sucks like that, let me tell you. So you want to get it together. The older you are, the harder life gets. So you don't want to be, you know, unless you choose to, you know, he could maybe fool himself and go, oh, I like it. I don't have to pay rent. But he gets a free check, okay? And it is not like he's a handout. He's at the age where he deserves it. So it's not free money. He deserves that money for retire or whatever it is. Like, I have another friend, he gets a free check because he can't work. Because he's a little slow or whatever. But he qualifies. He needs a free check. Because how is he going to survive? It's a good thing America has like that. Other people are scumbags because they get free checks and they don't deserve them. They could work. You know, they just milk the system or some shit. So Steve is not one of those. He's old and he deserves that money. That's his money. So he's not milking the system or handout or something. So whatever amount of money they give him, that's enough to pay rent. You pay your rent, you could still make a certain amount of money and live. So I don't get it, how you could be so, you have the rent money. Let me tell you a story, okay? My friend get a free check. I've known him for 20 something years, okay? There have been times when I have been out of work and homeless, and he has a better life than me because he got a free check and always have a place over his head. Me, I'm fucking on the sidewalk, right? Lost as fuck. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Trying to fucking get it together, and it's hard. Yeah, I've done that dance several times in life, where that fucker has had a way better life than me. Yeah, because he get a free check. And he is a little something slow, so it's a good thing we have that in the United States of America because it helps him, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to do it. You know. Let me get a cigarette. Here we go. I'm still waiting for my first stimulus check. Or how about the last one? How about my tax return or something?
German race was superior and above the rest.
We're watching this thing about the Nazis and how this guy was a zoologist, right? And they made a zoo. Part of the zoo was like for the upper class, right? In 1933. Can you believe it? So these guys work on their own time. The only thing is when you get two people together, sometimes they bullshit and fuck off more than work. But whatever was the goal today, they got it all done. And I was gonna help, but I decided not to. Because just to see. Just so I could see how far they get, how, how much they're working, how much they're fucking off. If I help them, it's different. It'll fuck up the whole equation. So that's why I just worked on the outside and did whatever and let them work on the inside. At the end of the day, like, you got them all done? All right. It was really good. Yeah. So I'm glad I made that call and did not help, because otherwise I wouldn't have done what I had to do, and then you would be done earlier, because and then fucking off. So they had enough time to fuck off and do whatever, and they still worked. And it wasn't like chop, pretty much laid back. So I think that's pretty awesome. So I'm happy. I got some new help. Yeah. I really like working with this guy Gary. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a little has health issues, so it's hard for him. So the kind of work that we're doing, you know, it might be a little much, but he's a great guy, and like, you know, I forgot to ask for him shit because I would like to put money in his pocket because he's really cool. So it doesn't matter. I'll pick up the pace or pick up the slack. So when next time they ask, these guys are booked for, I think, 4 days, which is good because the other boss was telling me, we're going to cut you back to 4 days. So I'm not supposed to have any overtime or something. But comes the crunch time, you have all that money to fuck off at the bar? Because corporate came down, right? Well, you guys didn't invite me, which is good. And oh my God, I swear. It was such a good thing. I was so tired. I came home, I went to sleep. I drank half a beer and didn't do anything, right? Usually I go to the square and I sit there on the thing, right? Drinking my beer, smoking pot. Well, all the corporate took my bosses out to the bar and stuff, right? Open bar. It's like, oh my God, I would have been wrecked. Right? Can you imagine corporate and my bosses sitting across the street at the beer baron, and then I'm across the street drinking my beer, smoking my pot, and talking to the chat, right? They're gonna go, look at this fucker, he's talking to the wind, he's fucking nuts. He works for you? That's the guy that worked, right? Oh, look at the, he's a loser, oh fuck. I would have been so wrecked. So I told my boss, I said, look, when corporate comes and you guys go out on Santa Rosa, please give me a heads up. Because I don't want you to see me fucking, you know, the cops call, what? I'm smoking a cigarette, officer. I'm trying to drink my beer, and these fuckers are giving me a hard. I don't want you to do that in front of corporate and shit. They're going to go, okay. At work, it's different, right? But after work, it's different. Like changes, changes. It's like the opposite, right? So you guys only get to see me when I'm fucked up and get drunk and stupid, and right? Oh, I don't know if you've seen I did stream one day at work when I worked in Vegas, right? So working at the paper company. Same thing. I don't fuck around. On Saturdays, I, you know, might smoke some pot because the bosses aren't there, drink a beer, and do my job. These fuckers do it every day. Okay? I don't give a shit. When I was young, I used to do it every day too. Are you kidding me? Wake and bake. I must be old. I don't do that shit no more. Yeah, I wait till after work. Isn't that bizarre? It's like, I was a bartender. Yeah. I got a job as a busboy at the Hollywood Athletic Club. Okay? Yeah, it's Schrader and Sunset. Van Halen had the penthouse, I believe, back in the day. I found a chair in there. It was signed on the bottom of the chair. It said, Madonna was here. And I didn't take it. I should have took it. So, a lot of history. It was a pool hall where all the celebrities went. So, it was some fancy pool. It took me 5 fucking years to get my own bar. Yeah, 5 years. Right? And it was cool because some places you won't get behind the bar unless you look like a Playboy bunny. Right? You might be the manager's best friend. You're in. But that's it. This one was more not so much. It was like a family kind of thing where But depending on the managers, because of course they hire all their friends and shit, get passed up and shit. But was still behind the bar because I bar backed for a good number of years, you know. So moved up quick. Do I regret? Sometimes I do, because I have no class, right? Even at REI, and we get loud and opinionated. Go like, I thought this was supposed to be a real professional bike store, or stupid shit like that, right? Like, no, tone it down. Like, you know what I mean? Trek, I was pissed. I put him on the spot only because I called and I said, I'm coming down, okay? It means the world to me because I don't have a car. That's how I get to work. Or I'm going to have to be walking. Right? So that's my transportation. And I was just, you know, didn't really want to go there. But it was closest. It was the closest and most convenient bike store that, you know, I have no worries. It's like a dealership, right? So there's only 1 hour. I said, look, if I make it there before you close, will you fix my bike? And he said, no, we need at least 20 minutes, so you better get here quick. Got there at 5:30 or whatever, half an hour. So you have a half an hour. Someone else got a flat tire. Said, nope, you got to wait till Monday, 12 noon or some shit, right? Are you fucking kidding me? You should have told me that first, right? Because if I would have walked, right, I'm trying to, I know I won't make it. Thank God I got the courage to ask Rosie. Like, I don't like bugging, you know, Rosie. Oh, I need some, please help me. And she helped me, took me over, and then was like, oh, fuck, right? And then drove me down to REI, where we could have went to REI first, where it was supposed to be free, because the manager said, we'll take care of you. And then went to some other snot, you know, depending on who works. And, you know, I'm sitting out there, he's on his computer, I'm waiting for 10 minutes. It's like, hello, I'm a customer. And then I wasn't too happy when I got a flat tire a couple months ago. I got a little, because I got weird tires. They're European. So the air in America, it won't fit on the tube. So you need an adapter. So I bought a matching set, $6 a piece, $12 for an adapter on my bike. So the kid, he never put it back on. Okay. And then I wasn't too happy because they never honored it or said, oh, here, we'll give you another one. I'm sure you have a collection back there, right? If you don't pay attention, right? You could miracle me one. So bought 2 gold ones for like $3. It was half the price. But still. So I do like Trek, but I don't think they like me. So I figured I would stream it because I kind of want to do a bike review. I'm not a real streamer, right? Like a real professional streamer is not going to act like an idiot like me and go, yeah, these fuckers said this and they said, and then fuck them, right? They're not going to do that stupid retarded shit, right? So it'd be nice if I could be more, you know, professional or civil, or, you know, somehow have some, whatever it is, class, which for some reason I lack. And a little ghetto there, right? Hey, JR, Zofo. Oh yeah, we need to build that, huh, Zofo? Judith. Yes. I really love going over there because it makes you feel like a home, like a family or something, you know? Happy Thursday, Charlotte. You have Santa Cruz and you live in Santa Cruz. We're neighbors, Zopo. I'm going to have to bring my surfboard down there, right? I never really, you know, hung out in Santa Cruz. I went through there a couple times, and like went to a bar, had a beer or something, smoked some pot somewhere looking at the ocean, and then dipped out. Yeah, so never, hung out for a couple days or a week, but we spent, I don't know, a couple weeks in Monterey. So I love Monterey. And then we dipped down to Carmel, so we were in Carmel a couple days. Bought some us. That's right. So when we started, it was raining and the sun came out. Now it looks like another rain cloud is coming. And the sun, where art thou, sunshine? Really beautiful. Look, here, let me show you. Right? So, general rule, weather report. If it looks menacing, if the clouds look menacing like a storm, well, guess what? That's a good tell. Now, if it looks like the left and it's all sunny and blue skies, well, that's a tell too. So we got a little bit of both today, which is really cool. But the clouds, it's taking over the sunshine right now. It rained this morning. It didn't rain here. So, JR Charlotte, we're trying to communicate. Right, I'm trying to pay attention today. So we want to hear where everyone's from and what is the weather report. Is it snowing? Is it raining? Temperature? Wind? So we could kind of, figure out what's going on. Minneapolis was 53 degrees, right? In Minneapolis. Santa Cruz, it rained a little bit this morning, right? It missed us. Golden Streets, hello, hello. Will be 3 Bs. What does that mean? You're gonna be 3 Bs? Like you could manifest? Was raining, now sunny in Vancouver. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. So I think our rain is pretty much over, but I'm so happy to have some rain in the springtime. And me, trying to, figure Northern California, we need it. Southern California needs it, but Southern California is a desert, right? This ain't a desert. We have actually trees here. Most of these have been planted, but you have some trees go around. And those oak trees, they're not planted. We have them too, but pretty much in LA, it's all cement, steel, and glass. You see, everything's planted, just like Vegas. How is Buddy? Well, I talked to Rosie, and she said that we could go this week, but I have to get my PayPal money, which I put on hold because I cannot access my PayPal account because something happened and it doesn't go to my email anymore. So I told them that they took my money and they said, okay, we'll just put it on hold. So I said, okay, we'll just put it on hold. I'm supposed to go to Verizon so they can make sure that whatever app I downloaded, they could get rid of. But it's been 2 weeks and I have not done it yet. So Rosie was all this weekend, right? Because she loves socks. But I was like, no, I can't do it because it might take me another 2 weeks to activate my PayPal account. That is all my donation money, right? So that's like my vacation money, or whatever it is, right? I mean, I work, I have a little bit of money, but I don't have enough money to fuck off and go on vacation, right? So, I haven't talked to Jenna. She sent me a couple pictures. So, she got about 5 ducks or some shit, right? Like a couple weeks ago. And she knows that I love Einstein, right? And the only reason I got my ducks is to try to get over Einstein. So I fell in love with my ducks too, right? It was like, whatever. And she knows how much I'm into ducks. So now she got a bunch of ducks, right? She's so pretty and holding the duck and shit. I'm like, and then she sent me another picture. She got a bunch of them, right? I want one. Right? Yeah, I want one. Just get a PayPal card. Oh yeah, Surf Dog. I'm not really worried about it because it makes me focus more on getting my stuff together and having my money. But want to put it away like a savings. So now I have Cash App, so all my donations have to go to Cash App. So and haven't really focused on it, but yeah, it was really nice because when I quit my job at the motel. Like, we told myself I could do it, right? As long as you respect me and treat me nice and act like, a little appreciation. But the minute you start acting like I'm a slave and you own me and 24/7, no, I'm going to choose my sleeping bag. And that's exactly what I did. And the only reason why I survived, because I ran out of money, was for the people like you to be so kind and help me with my donation. And that's the only way I survived. Got firewood, food, beer, and paid for the campsite and shit. Yeah, that's not cheap, right? So we really appreciate you guys and love you. That's right, JR. Yeah, I'm going to have to mention you to Buddy and say, JR, he said, gotta get you some super dance. So, yes. So I talk to animals. I talk to the stupid bugs, believe it or not. So we talked to Buddy, and Buddy, he loved me. Buddy, he a funny horse, right? He licked me. I swear to God, he'll just lick me like a dog, right? And I'm covered in horse spit, and it's not what I want. That's like one of the last things I want. But I love Buddy too, so I don't care. Whatever, Buddy, right? And it's like, what? And that's the way he shows his affection, I think. Well, I'm not the boss, but I mean for the helpers, and a lot of people on the job site know that I work for the superintendents. So a lot of times they will come and ask me instead of bothering them. Some things I don't know, I have to learn this stuff. But yeah, they treat me, and so yeah, we're there all the time, and to me it matters because I give a shit. So I try to do the best I can. Some days I'm not feeling good, some days I'm a little slow, but for the most part, yeah, I do it. And a lot of times we work over. Like yesterday, I was like, worked 40 minutes over. Okay, I don't mind half an hour, but I don't want to work an hour, and not get paid because I'm not supposed to get any overtime. But I don't mind staying over, but not you know, an hour over. Shit. And good thing we have these workers because they want to leave at 3:30. We've had so many people work here. They leave before. Yeah. Leave early, right? And it's like, what? So these guys are going to help me get out a little earlier because usually you stick around and probably still will. But I just wanted to leave yesterday and it was venting because it was 4:20, like a holiday. I'm done. I don't want to be stuck here for an hour. And then, you know. How long do I expect to live at Rosie's? Well, you know, I'm not really sure. You know, I have a job. I love Santa Rosa. So, you know, it really helps me because, you know, I could save some money. I really haven't, but I have a little bit, you know, but really need to focus more on that. Because, you know, the rent, I'm not sure how much it is. I have not really, you know, I have a weird thing where it doesn't matter how much it's a neighborhood. Like where I choose to live. And this is perfect because my job is not far. So I don't know if I help Rosie out because I don't really know Rosie's situation. I don't know if she has lots of money or I don't think she needs the money at all. Just from whatever. I think she's just doing this to help me. Yeah. Hey, Danny P. So, yeah, I want to get my shit together. Want to save some money. I would like to stay here for a minute because I'm dreaming of an outdoor studio. Right? Set up an outdoor studio. And then this job, if I get transferred to the next job site, then I'm good. And the more I learn, might actually have an opportunity to get hired on. Like a real wage or some shit. That's if Russia doesn't all send us to hell first or some kind of virus, decimates us. Cheers, Danny P. So I was just thinking about a week ago, I have an opportunity here actually, and I'm fucking off because I have the opportunity to have an outdoor art studio. Do you know what that's like? Do you know what it's like when I was an artist and I lived for something that's my work and that's me that I could be proud of? That's the only thing I could really be proud of. And now I'm old and have excuses. Oh, look at the little robins. So don't really have that passion, and it sucks because you want some passion. You don't just want to work, right? Work. That's it, right? No, you want to have some passion, and I lack that because I'm working on becoming an artist once again. So we have these little birds that are coming so close. Oh, the rain is coming again. Can you hear it? So I think if I focus and try to get my shit together and not be so lazy, we could actually create something and make something and get my head more together instead of just like, So I think that is the goal for this year, but the year's almost half over. We haven't done a fucking thing. I got 2 rolls of film I'm not happy with. Haven't finished my portfolio for 2021. It's a lot of work because I really have to do it every day, and I have to make prints of each picture, and then even then it's hard to choose one. People like different things. This portfolio has a good number of pages, so I might have to cheat and put like 2 different pictures of one display instead of just one for each display. Oh, look at the little birdies. They're my SWAT team. I don't know if you can see them. But they've been bouncing around here. So the rain is... Well, I don't know. That's my system. So we got some more rain. Well, JR, you have to get a hold of me on Instagram, and I will send you. Yeah. I want to send more to, all the people have been good to me. And so, yeah, we haven't sent you anything. And I don't care about the money. I think my best art, if I give it away for free, that's the best, right? It makes me feel like, yeah, because it's free. So, yes, JR, you're going to have to somehow communicate with me and trust me enough to give me your address or a P.O. box or something, and I'll send you something. But I've just been very lazy. Actually, I think it's more mental, and I don't know if I don't have enough hormones or tests, but we lack the passion. We just don't have the drive or the mental ability to live for it anymore. All we're focused on is work. That's it. Isn't that sad? I mean, I want to go to concerts and I want to go, fuck off and act like vacation or something. Yes, for sure, JR. Kentucky Rain. Hey, Cisco Kid, you want to hear that? And, there was a time when I lived it, and, somehow I wish I could recapture that passion. So, my mind works a little different. So, if I invest all this money, or not the money, but whatever, and I have a workspace outside and an outdoor studio, well, at least I could come home and I could do something or try to figure, because there's different kinds of art. I like to make things, right? I think a real piece of art should last over a century. So, photographs and stuff is kind of like cheating. It could if you take care of it, but I think if you make something and it lasts through, lifetime, more than one hopefully, then that's a work of art, Hey, John Doe. Bob paid. Okay, we'll get my other phone. Just give me a minute. it's amazing why I'm watching or I'm paying attention to this stream. So we're watching something about Nazis, but one of their members, a zoologist. So they're talking about how they're trying to find the most aggressive animal in nature, right? And so it's an ox, and then they got like inbred, like they're getting cows and bison, like buffalo and all kinds of stuff. And it's really weird how zoology or something like that would pertain to Hitler and the Nazis. Like really a special kind of VIP thing or something weird. So I gotta listen. Oh, what did I do with that pot? Let's smoke some wax, right? And we'll listen to Kentucky Rain. Hold on. Alright, so this is my wax jar, right? So we have like, I don't know how many different kinds. So a little salad there. We had all these different jars that we put all in one thing. Hey, Big T. Big T. Did I break up with my boyfriend? Well, I didn't know I had one. I'm a lonely old fucker. Why? Do you want to be my boyfriend? A little bit of ha-ha there, fucker. You like screws? A higher tax? Can I use that for my comedy routine, John Doe? Right? The only way evil can continue the enslavement of the people is, alright, guess you'll never imagine, right? I have to work on the presentation, right? Higher taxes or something. Alright, let's wax on, wax off. Oh, that's wonderful. So we're not gonna put the Bluetooth on. We're just gonna play it. So we'll get whatever. No, get rid of the video. Alright, we'll play the first one. And we're gonna have a commercial. Hey, Mark Roberts. Let's see.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Buick SUVs. Do we have those in America?
Buick SUV models.
Okay, can we hear some music? Alright. So, was it Zofo? Whoever requested. Remember when we used to do that?
I reached out one night and you were gone. Don't know why you'd run, what you're running from.
Mark Roberts, Mike Oxmall.
So I'm walking in the rain, thumbing for a ride.
Well, you're not the only one, John Doe.
Kentucky back road.
Well, I think the human nature, it's all about power and control and how you manipulate and how much of a master of puppets you can be. Some maybe whatever and don't pay attention to that stuff, but really that's what we're taught is how to get ahead in life, and usually you want to do it in an honest way, but sometimes, let's just say you have temptation and then you enter the world where you have a little more power or a little more money than the average person, and you get to call shots or make moves, or what would you do, right? And that's the thing about human nature. I want a cigarette, right? Certified electrician? Well, let me think. That doesn't seem like a whole lot of money, because electricians are supposed to make a lot of money, and they're supposed to have the best job, right? No, that's not bad. You can't think of that. Your fortune, you have to think. Like, sometimes it could be a blessing in disguise, because that means you get to fill in the blanks and make your own fortune, right? Yeah, you get to make your own and say, this one's for me. Like, this is my fortune, right? So what's going on with Johnny Depp? Pretty wild there. They had a tape. What did he say? Did he say, does he talk to his wife like Alexa? Like I talk to Alexa? Alexa, shut up. You are a bitch. Right? What did he say? What happened? What did I miss? Can you clue me in? Hey, Carolyn. So the rain stopped. The sun is coming back out again. Right? Here, let's show you. So the rain stopped. But it still looks like rain cloud. We got blue sunshine over here. We better chase it. We got how much jazz I have. But let's get on my bike. Let's chase that thing down. Let's see if we can find a bartender somewhere over there. I don't know, like, I'm not from Hollywood, but I grew up in Hollywood, right? So all that stuff is like, whatever, right? People really get into it. They watch all that stuff every day on TV like it's religious, to see what the gossip or what the book, like, what a trip, right? Oh, something, maybe, are they into, like, shit or something? What happened? Did he, like, was he supposed to shit on her chest? And he shit in her mouth or something? What happened? What did I miss? Was it a Almond Joy bar or Mounds or something? What was it? What happened? Hey, MR, good to see you. That sounds more like it for an electrician. You know. But maybe you live in a different state, you know, where things are, like, different. I don't know. She claimed it was dog poop on the bed. So is that what they're fighting over? The dog shit on the bed? So, who cleans it up? Like, he said, you're cleaning it up. She said, she's freaking out because there's dog shit on the bed. What happened? Hey, Forever in Blue Jeans. Carolyn. Well, we prayed for your friend today. We emptied out some tobacco. And I think her name is Midwestern Mary, and I don't know anything about you, but I think, you know, it was really neat, and so I got to pay attention to this because Charlotte made a good point, and I usually space things. So we did send out a prayer for you, your friend, her family, and all the things that, you know, life is about. You can pray smoking a cigarette, but really you want to lay it on the ground or on the earth, or, you know, it will, different, not smoking it, offering it or something kind of weird. So what did Johnny Depp do, or what did his girlfriend do? What did I miss? I'm just talking a bunch of crap. Let's see what happened. What did I miss? Clue me in. And more, I drank it. This is a funny story, right? Because on Saturdays we have a barbecue in Las Vegas at my job. So, like, smoker cook, so cook super dank stuff. I take pictures on my Instagram, right? But on Saturdays, these fuckers, they drink Modelo's, right? These fuckers go get some Heinekens because they know, like, come back with Heineken Zeros. They're drinking Heineken Zeros. They're like, oh yeah, this is good shit. I said, hey fuckers, you know this shit's non-alcoholic, right? They're like, it is? Yes, it is. So yeah, pretty good, I guess, for a non-alcoholic, right? These fuckers, they went back to the store and got some real Heinekens. Oh shit. I get a kick out of it when, you know, people, they love Modelo's or other kinds of beer, and they'll go out of their way because they know I just want Heineken, and they'll treat me to a round of Heinekens. Oh fuck. Same thing in LA, right? Here, no, not so much. I'm buying the Heinekens and I'm buying everyone else around. There's no one buying me around here for some reason. It's the opposite. If you don't like Heinekens, well, go get your own whatever, right? Well, I drank a Modelo last night, or today. I took a couple sips and left it, so it was a little less bubbly today, but it was wonderful, right? We're always so snobby. No, I don't want Modelo's, because no, fuck that, right? But it's good beer. That's why it's so popular. It trips me out because, you know, Mexicans, I'm thinking Coronas with a lime or some shit. Tecates with salt, or, you know, something really good. Whatever, right? Straight up Modelo's. Hands down. North, south, right? And this is kind of an village idiot thing, right? Well, chaps my ass. You got 3 rows of Modelo's. Where's Heineken's? You ain't got a Heineken shortage? What the fuck is going on? Right? And that's how it is. You need 2 rows of Heinekens so this shit doesn't happen. Right? It's like, what the fuck? Diablo. Right on. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention. The girl, she took the things, so they're dog people. So they're dog people. So he said, what, don't fuck with my dog? Is that what happened? And she said, you know what, I want a divorce. Give me a hard time. Whose dog is it? Is it his dog? Is it her dog? Curious. Don't tell me you got a divorce because the dog shit on the bed and you think you're so high maintenance and you just fucking had a panic attack and never recovered, right? Fuck. Different poop diameter. Let me get my tape measure out. Does that come in inches or millimeters or something? So watching this thing about UFOs, right? So these pilots, they're flying. They said, "Oh, we saw 3 UFOs," right? So the men in black come, right? This guy comes and stuff. He said, "Well, it went 600 miles an hour," and the pilots are going, "Well, you didn't say knots, so obviously you're not a pilot. Some kind of police or special something, right? You don't know the difference? How do you measure this? Just like a boat, right? They don't measure that shit in miles per hour." Alright, let's do another wax hit. That stuff pretty good. We got a little lit last night. Shit. Oh, we need more butane or something. So the sun is coming out. Look, it's weird because when it rains, and then the birds fly around when the sun comes out, right? Get all excited. To get bird bath or something. I don't know. How do you measure a circle? I don't know if that's a pi factor. I think you start with the center and then you work your way outwards and then measure it, depending, and then that's how big your circle is. How do you measure it? Really? Can I plagiarize that for my comedy routine? Let's see, how could my presentation sucks, right? Right? Let's just have Will Smith smack that bitch and see how she acts, right? I think she might want to press charges. Maybe not that funny, but comedy is like that. It's very offensive. Right. Oh, is that what happened? Oh, we need more butane. Lighter fluid, okay. Let me think here. What is the most important thing in life right now? Lighter fluid. All right, let's work on that so we can do it. Like 420 in Humboldt County, 420 every. So whatever, we're gonna keep it going, right, until the weekend, right? The party like it's 420,000 something. watching the public. We're watching a conspiracy theory. Here, the zombie apocalypse. China's doing that. You know, science has advanced, so you would not believe how much people can play God now. They can manipulate science or Mother Nature to a point. Oh, look. I can't.
Armageddon.
Well, this one, we thought it would be better, but something I cannot. It doesn't work. So we have this old one. It's got a little bit of something in there. Let's try this one. So we just need to get a new lighter or some new butane. That one sucks. Right? You think because it costs more money it would work better, but no. Or you'd save money or something. Alright, let's try this one. Okay, see, we overdosed it. So the small one works better than this one. That one doesn't work. This one, we overdosed it. But whatever. We'll figure it out right now. So now it looks like a flamethrower, right? Waiting for it to turn red. So we're waxing on and waxing off. Yeah, I'm kind of a pussy too, right? Like, do you beat your women, or does your girl kick your ass? Like, who wears the pants, right? Does she wear the pants, or are you just total like ass wipe quality? I've done both, right? And it seems like sometimes women are the way they're raised and they don't know what to do if you don't like act like an asswipe, right? Isn't that weird? Yeah, life does that. So check this out. I don't know if you can see it, but we got California sunshine through the trees. Right? Check this out. So the rain got a little bit. Thank goodness. Right? Check this out. Uh-huh. It's California sunshine. Might set for a minute. Oh, the zombies are coming. I'm more into Martians, right? Like all that science fiction. It might be a movie or something, but I automatically think Martians, the Martians are coming. One is more zombies. That's why you need to get vaccinated, right? So build the conspiracy theory of a zombie apocalypse or something. Maybe you think it just only happens in comic books or something, but okay. So what do you think? Should we chase down that sunshine? I think we should go get something to eat, right? I have to get some money. And then, right? I don't mean to be perverted. This girl's half my age, but she's so pretty. I don't know. And I'm hungry, and she's so nice to me. So that's all I give a fuck about, right? But just to see her, like, so pretty and stuff. And nice and shit. I mean, look at me. I don't have any teeth, right? Rolling there like, oh, hungry, babe, right? Oh, yeah, girls do that, right? I'll tell you, right? I never understood the marriage thing, right? They said once you get married, it's a whole different ballgame. Done deal, right? You're fucked, right? I'll tell you a story. Dated this Brazilian girl. Left her husband for me, so we had an open relationship, right? Open, totally open, whatever. Do whatever, like whatever, right? Never had an argument. Bug me. She wanted to be my girl. Okay. One day, okay. Would you like to be my girl? Right? Oh my God. Like, I'm fucking everyone in her apartment building. Or some shit, right? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? It's like, you're my girl. Or some shit, right? It's like, what? And then it didn't last very long after that, like 2 years. No, or nothing. Perfect. Right? And then all of a sudden, nothing. But I'm not fucking anyone else, so what? You better make sure. Right? It's better to have an open, so I don't have to hear your shit. Do whatever. And around my age, you're like, whatever, right? So, yeah, girls can do that. And the sad thing is I miss that shit, right? I miss that passion or that psychotic passion or whatever the fuck it is. Mind fuck or something, right? Yeah. I miss that shit. So that's why I personally think females are a whole different species. Just me. Right? And then likewise, if you're, well, yeah, we're a whole different species. Hey, Benzo Banks, cheers. We're going to go roam around. We're going to go chase the sun for a minute. So, it's springtime, but the sun is going down late, you know. So, we get a little more California sunshine. But we can't really roam around because my phone is going to die. We've been listening to music all day. We listened to Billy Joel this morning. And we listened to some Led Zeppelin, and we listened to some Grammy stuff. We still watch the Grammy performances, and then we watched we listened to No Doubt. Yeah. So that's why my phone has no energy left. OC Orange County. So we're gonna plug my phone in. Let's do another wax hit, right? So it's still 4:20, right? Like Sundays, right? Like what day is it? Well, it's still my Sunday. Mama Crow. I can't see it. It's got to get red. Oh, it's clogged. All right, let's unclog it. All right. All right, let's try it again. So it's getting all melted together, all gooey. Oh, that was wonderful. So, not really a wax smoker, but we have like all kinds of wax all melted together. I have no idea. I think that's between him and her. And divorce is getting very messy, right? Like, right? It's only because he's a celebrity that everyone pays attention, right? I had a Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Curse of the Black Pearl t-shirt from a movie after party premiere. Worshipped it, right? And people would always go, oh, love your shirt, right? So my friend Pollywog, he invite this guy over. He played video games and shit. He kind of homeless or something. He don't have any. So this motherfucker gave him my t-shirt. And I said, hey, that's my t-shirt. And was pretty much going to go, you know what, take it off. But I was not going to be an asswipe. And I said, fuck it, you could have it. Just whatever. And no, it's not yours to give away or fucking some shit, right? So we missed it because that was the original, right? Curse of the Black Pearl movie premiere, after party, whatever it is. Because I used to work these parties, a lot of them. They give you grab bags. You get all kinds of like grab bags and shit. Alright, let's go charge my phone.
When John Burroughs and Jim Henniston returned to base, it transpired that more time had elapsed than they realised. Moreover, there was discrepancy in their wristwatches. Time, it seemed, not only had run on, but had maybe run at different speeds for them. Now this takes us to some quite extraordinary territory, but when you talk to both John and Jim, and indeed to people who looked at this case, some quite extraordinary theories have been bounced around. Ideas of time travel.
Could the ship have caused their perception of time, or even time itself, to shift? Their search for an answer leads Burroughs back to the world and uncovers evidence that must be heard to be believed.
We're watching
Case file, the Charles Halt recording.
Alright, I'm drunk. I'm trying to pay attention, but I'm not. I'm like a little drunk
The
now.
site of the encounter. They surveyed the area of the alleged sighting and check nearby trees for radiation.
When I first met up with Colonel Hall, one of the things that came up was that he said everything that night that was going on, all the radio traffic was being recorded through the command post.
Remains on the trees taking samples from on the side facing the suspected landing site where clicks backs up to core. Interesting. That's right. We're taking the sample now. That's the strong spot on the tree, sir.
Instead of just clicking, if it was detecting some pegged all the way over on the right side of the meter.
But the course of the investigation changes suddenly when a soldier on Colonel Halt's team notices something especially unusual. A glowing light spotted in the distance.
There it is. Hey, I see it too. What is it? Don't know, sir. Can I get some? Yeah, it's a strange, small red light. Let's do that. Maybe a quarter, maybe further out. Let's switch off. Alright, it's going now.
Charge a little bit. I'm gonna. I got a couple more beers.
Genuine, and it's quite extraordinary. You can hear the tension and the fear in these men.
Alright, let's try to pay attention a little bit.
At one point on the table,
Oh, no, we have to go this way.
UFOs coming closer.
We could go this way. Let's go this way. I cannot see. No, we have to go that way. That's why. I cannot see because the font is white and we have to put something in the darkness.
Spoken about this, and he said, was this communication? Was this a warning? What was it?
On January 13th, 1981, Colonel Hall writes a memorandum to the United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense about the incident. In it, he confirms that what Peniston and Burroughs and
This strain is called gas.
was no figment of imagination,
It's a
but
gas
a real phenomenon
plant.
experienced by Halt and his team as well.
Two crucial pieces of evidence to support the rendition.
Gas something, right? I wanted Granddaddy Perks.
Well, what we found out years later was that there was another even more significant piece, and that was the code that Peniston received when he touched the craft. But in this point in time, he was still keeping the code a secret.
I couldn't sleep. I was still having ones and zeros flashing. And after I pulled that notebook back up to look at the original glyphs I drew, I started writing them all up. And after I completed 16 pages, I felt great. But I wasn't going to report that because I mean, it sounds insane. So,
Oh, commercial? Oh, the plot thickens. Oh, Martha Stewart got a commercial, right? She got some kind of thing where you get 14 free meals. That where does it? Do you deliver fruits and vegetables and come with a recipe? Oh fuck! Martha Stewart in a box and Marley Spoon. This is a new commercial. Here we got Capitol Hill Books, Book Clubbers, something else. Let's see. Chris Wallace. Shows original items. It's CNN Plus, which I think on the news they said they're going to quit that company. It's the parent company for CNN, if I'm not mistaken.
just kept it quiet.
In other words, when he touched this craft, there was a huge jolt, and information somehow transferred to him. Now, he forgot about this. Maybe
Zeros and
he
ones.
blocked it, maybe he didn't realize it was important. But it was only 30 plus years afterwards that he perhaps realized he was sitting on something of the utmost significance.
Coming up next, we reveal the meaning behind the code in Peniston's notebook and uncover the shocking identity of the beings who sent it to us. This is Unsealed.
The Martians are coming. The
The
Martians.
biggest secret on planet Earth.
Right? Like, do you think he could be friends with Martians? We can't even get along with
Alien
Russians.
Files.
Okay?
Retired U.S. Air Force Sergeant
I don't
Jim
give a shit.
Peniston has
I
kept a
want
secret
to
from
see the
world.
Queen.
16 pages of
the-
zeros and
all
ones
the
he
Martians.
received in a vision
See what-
communicated by an alien craft in the forest of Rendlesham.
Going on.
For 30 years, these pages remained hidden until a chance reunion with his partner John Burroughs
Oh,
in
look at we got a little
2010.
red-headed birdie.
As we were going through the book, he came to some pages had zeros and ones on.
You
I looked at it and I said, these are binary codes.
so good looking.
Binary is important because it's the foundation of digital communication.
In
That's how Martians
1974,
communicate?
Carl Sagan and several other scientists
The Martians,
broadcast a
they
message
said,
at a
we're
frequency
so
of
digital, you
2,380
fuckers, they
megahertz
do.
at a power of 1,000 kilowatts
Get on
into
it.
deep space.
When the Arecibo message was sent up to the heavens, at that time it was the most powerful message we've ever sent.
What did they
The
say?
message was sent in a form of digital code that is composed of long strings of zeros
I
and
think the
ones.
Martians said, we're gonna run for president and free Heinekens and surfboards for
The easiest way
everyone.
to understand binary code is to think of it
Binary
as like Morse
code analysis.
Morse code has dots and dashes. Binary has ones and zeros. So you
Like a
put
Morse
eight
code, what?
ones or zeros together, and you get a byte of data.
When we decide to send a message to the heavens in hopes to communicate
To the
with
heavens.
an alien civilization, binary code was decided by scientists because it really is that universal language that if any intelligent race in the universe
right?
were to master science, binary code would be the easiest thing to decipher. So when we sent the Arecibo message to the heavens, we gave details about where we were in the universe, what our human DNA was like, and some other details about who we are as humanity. If Peniston truly received an alien communication and we were able to decode it, I think that message in itself could potentially change humanity.
Unsealed case file. The alien code.
In 2012, I was given 6 pages from Jim Peniston's notebook. They contained binary, and I was asked to see if there was a message contained inside.
Nick Siskey was hired to take the first 6 pages of Peniston's 16-page code and determine if in fact they meant anything at all.
So I was skeptical I'd find anything in these binary notebook pages, but I started typing the ones and zeros into my computer, running them through my translator, and I was shocked to find a short message, which read, "Exploration of humanity. What appear to be latitude and longitude coordinates, continuous for planetary advance." When I saw the message, a chill ran down my spine. I was honestly not expecting to find anything in the binary. And here was what appeared to be a message that had come from aliens, if they were trying to communicate with us.
Exploration of humanity for planetary advance. The message could be instruction, or perhaps even a warning.
What does it say?
Possibility made only more intriguing by the numbers
The
that appear
Matrix.
within the code.
It's the right number of digits, north and west indicating somewhere on planet Earth.
And when plotted on a map, these coordinates fall on an unlikely location off the coast of Ireland.
Off the
An island
coast
once
of
known as
Ireland.
High Perseal.
High Perseal.
Brazil has sometimes been dubbed Celtic Atlantis.
Celtic
It's a sort of
Atlantic.
lost land, a mythical country, as it were, that some believe was the site of an advanced civilization. According to legends, those who have seen High Brazil reported a land filled with an advanced and wealthy civilization whose architecture consisted of golden towers and majestic domes.
Then suddenly in the late 1800s, the island literally disappeared from the map. But in the pages that follow, continued analysis has uncovered other coordinates from around the globe.
In the binary code, it clearly shows grid coordinates around the world. And the grid coordinates are located in Southwest United States, which is Sedona, Central America, South America, Greece, Egypt, and a location in China.
Many have speculated that the message is pointing to these locations as the origin of alien ancestors on planet Earth. But there is more to this story.
And where is it in
than
North?
we're led to believe.
North America?
Many people
They say
believe
Sedona,
that this binary
right?
code could
We
be the smoking
lived there,
gun
like,
that blows
we
open
didn't see
not
no
just the
vortex.
Christ mystery, with the whole mystery of the UFO phenomenon itself.
Really popular over there.
But to fully understand the message,
I'm gonna
we
go to
must
Brad's.
answer the question, who sent it to the human race? And perhaps the most shocking revelation of the Rendlesham encounter is that Jim Peniston believes he has the answer.
So he's Air Force?
Why would a race that traveled
What
thousands
country?
of light years play hide and seek with us, give us a binary message? And why is it in English? And why is the craft got markings like a U.S. aircraft? There's what, thousands of questions like this. It doesn't point to alien.
How do you know you didn't come up with it?
Coming up next, Jim Peniston exposes the creatures behind the sighting in Rendlesham Forest.
Who's
with
the
an
creatures?
answer that will shock the world.
What kind of creatures?
This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest
Is it
secret
like
on
the
the
Russian
planet.
president? What kind of creatures? Zombie creatures? What? We're watching TV.
Unsealed Alien Files. The time to act is now. There are 3 simple steps you can take to unseal the truth. Follow the Unsealed
Twitter.
page to receive breaking news of the latest alien happenings as they
Alexa, how do you get on Twitter?
Have you seen a UFO? Upload stories and pictures to our interactive map.
Alexa, can you turn it up?
Get the Unsealed bracelet and the unique code hidden underneath to access exclusive content.
Alexa, louder.
In the dark.
Yeah.
Get involved in the fight to unseal the truth.
Alexa, can you turn it up to maximum volume, please?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Alexa, turn it up. Alexa, turn the volume up. Turn it up to maximum volume, please.
Us from the future.
Perhaps the alien code is actually a message from our own species. If Jim Peniston is correct, the true message of the code is an assurance that mankind will survive well into the centuries ahead, and a shocking revelation that the
Mama
history
Crow.
of UFOs on planet Earth may be a glimpse into our future. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret
Okay.
of planet Earth.
Alexa, how was your day?
I'm in the mood for a joke. What's the hairiest day of the week?
A hair day. Thursday, how come? I missed that one. Alexa, can you tell me another joke?
What's the hardest part about having an ant as a pet? Putting the leash on.
Oh, that's if you want to walk your ant. Well, shit. Alexa, what have you been doing all day?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Okay. Alexa, what time did you wake up?
The time is 6:56 p.m.
Oh, you just woke up? Alexa, what time do you go to bed?
I don't sleep exactly. Saying my name will get my attention.
You don't sleep? How come? You're gonna get... Yeah, you have to go to sleep, Alexa. You have to rest your brain. Alexa, no sleep. Are you a vampire? No, vampires sleep. Are you... No, I think zombies
I
sleep.
don't know that one.
Alexa, who doesn't sleep?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Alexa, how come you don't go to sleep?
Here's something I found on the web. According to schnoz.com,
Okay, and? Alexa doesn't know. Alexa, how come you don't sleep?
I don't sleep exactly. Saying my name will get my attention.
So saying your name and you'll wake up. If you don't sleep, how come sometimes it seems like you're sleeping and I have to say, Alexa, wake up? Alexa, answer me this, please. Oh, we have Hollywood. A UFO in Hollywood?
Los Angeles, California, January 21st, 2013.
Oh, that's my birthday. The Martians!
Business Times prints the unsettling story of a recent UFO sighting over the San Fernando Valley. A man is taking photos in his backyard when he sees a police helicopter flying overhead. He quickly adjusts his camera lens and takes a picture. Later, when reviewing his photos, he notices a tiny object high in the distance above the helicopter. Expert analysis of the photo reveals it to be a textbook example of a flying saucer.
It's a drone.
For decades, citizens of
Like
Los
someone
Angeles area have
invented a
reported an
drone like
astonishing number of
20
UFO
years ago,
sightings,
fucking
higher
around.
than any other city in the U.S. 1992, Topanga Canyon,
Oh!
Los Angeles County.
That's my old neighborhood.
Sometime after midnight, the police receive a frantic call from a driver and his girlfriend
That's the
on the
sheriff?
Pacific Coast Highway.
We don't have sheriff's cars like that.
Appeared from the sky and surrounded his car, pulling
But they
the
edited
vehicle
a
into the
different
air.
police car out there. You
After
know,
a few
Topanga
moments,
County
the
Sheriff.
light vanishes, and the car drops back to earth, leaving the couple frightened and shaken.
I never heard of these stories.
Topanga Canyon is a small community and it's a large park area. In July 14, 1992, the skies must have opened up or something. Some sort of portal, I don't know. But hundreds of UFOs were seen. And to this day, I talked to more than 20.
We've never heard any. I lived there for a couple of years.
Just that one evening alone.
Why is Los Angeles a magnet for alien activity in North America? Many UFO experts trace the Los Angeles alien phenomenon back to an often forgotten chapter
It's
of the Second World War.
what is it? It's the island.
Sealed case file, the Battle of Los Angeles. February 24th, 1942. America has just entered the war. An unidentified aircraft suddenly appears in the night sky over Los Angeles. Fearing a Japanese attack, anti-aircraft batteries open fire.
The battle over Los Angeles was an event.
We used to have a missile silo on Mulholland, right? We used to go up there and party, like everyone would party.
Over LA.
Now,
The military quickly went into action.
you
They
can't
tried
go
to figure
there.
out what the object was. They lit it up with their spotlights. They couldn't figure it out.
Witnesses watch in horror as the U.S. Army fires over 1,000 rounds at the hovering UFO.
The Battle of Los Angeles is such an important case because as the military engaged this object, fired rounds at it, they weren't able to touch it.
As quickly as the UFO appeared, it vanishes without a trace. The infamous incident is known as the Battle of Los Angeles.
I've never heard of it. I'm from LA.
The following morning, Secretary of the Navy Frank Knox claims
1940.
it was a false alarm,
That's how come it was
and the
before my
UFO
time.
was in fact a weather balloon.
The Army's explanation was that it was a...
It was just a weather
And
balloon.
of course,
Silly.
if you're firing that many artillery shells at a weather balloon and you can't bring it down, you've got a problem with your defense.
Is it possible that a highly trained American Defense Force launched an all-out assault on a harmless weather balloon? Even more alarming, if this were a genuine UFO, could the aliens have interpreted this unprovoked aggression as an act of war? Up next, an entire state in America has been a focal point of UFO activity for decades. We'll reveal where and possibly why. On Unsealed.
Ooh, the Martians are coming, the Martians. Alexis says I could buy a female Martian, like, really cheap. Can you believe it? Alexa, how much does a female Martian cost? I think we could order one.
You want to know the price for female Martian?
Yes, please.
Here's something I found on the web. According to mycomicshop.com, each 48-page issue has a cover price of $5.95 US.
Oh, well, shit. This guy's talking about Topanga. Like, who are you?
Aurora, Texas, 1897. A UFO crashes into a windmill, as reported by the Dallas Morning News. Locals recover an alien body and bury it with Christian rites in Aurora Cemetery. A plaque at the cemetery identifies the alien burial to this day. Lubbock, 1951. 3 professors from Texas Tech photograph a fleet of UFOs. The incident becomes known as the Lubbock Lights. Stephenville, 2008. Over 30 witnesses, including law enforcement, see a mile-wide UFO fly overhead in the middle of the day. The incident receives worldwide media coverage. Why is the Lone Star State the focus of so much
I've
alien
never
attention?
heard of that.
The search for answers begins 60 miles northeast of the Mexican border in the small town of Marfa, Texas. For over a century, residents have reported eerie, ghost-like lights in the sky. Many believe the lights to be of extraterrestrial origin. Unsealed case file, Marfa, Texas. 1957, Coronet magazine publishes a report on the Marfa Lights phenomenon, describing them as brightly glowing basketball-sized spheres floating above the ground. Scientists are quick to dismiss the phenomena as everyday automobile lights, appearing to float due to atmospheric reflections. But this explanation is met with skepticism in the UFO community, for one simple reason. The Marfa Lights occur in a region called the Mitchell Flat, an area known for its rugged terrain and private property. Ufologists contend that car traffic could never be the source of its enigmatic lights. Why are authorities so quick to dismiss the Marfa Lights as an atmospheric anomaly? And is there a price to be paid for covering up the heavy presence of aliens in Texas? As it turns out,
my dog didn't run away. It took a couple years for my dog to get adopted. Right now I miss my dog.
Eddie Cash and Vicki Landrum are driving along the highway when suddenly their car is enveloped in an intense beam of light emanating from the night sky. Above them is a UFO. Out of nowhere, a fleet of combat helicopters appear and surround the UFO, but it vanishes in an instant. Cash and Landrum suffer severe burns from the UFO's beam, commonly associated with exposure to high levels of radiation. Why did aliens attack 2 innocent women? And how did a squadron of military helicopters appear out of nowhere in the nick of time? Was the government already aware of UFO activity? And why did they not warn the public? A series of deadly events from 6 years earlier suggests they did. Unsealed case file. The Corpus Christi object.
I had an office in Vegas, right? 360. We look at Nellis Air. I swear, look like airplanes, but no, they hover. It's like some kind of, drone or some shit. And they just hover. Yeah.
Hi there. Martha Stewart is the architect. With a Martha Stewart and Marley Swimming Meal Kit, you get 3 portions.
Me, I've been the doggy person. Like I'm old, but on Melrose, I've always had dogs, right?
Only 30 minutes to go.
We would go back. Where are your dogs? Where are your dogs? We could go back. We'll tell you who's been there forever and a day. The Snake Pit. That's our local bar, right? had a fire, but thank God they reopened. So the Snake Pit is one of the main staples on Melrose. We used to have Johnny Rockets, different things, like we have Starbucks, we have, I don't know if the coffee bean's still there.
1974. U.S. air defense radar detects a UFO speeding northwest from the Gulf of Mexico toward Corpus Christi at an impossible
I grew up
speed
in the double
of
rainbow days,
2,500
right?
miles per
We used to
hour.
have a thing called the double rainbow.
At the same time,
Stoner
a
crew
small passenger plane
on
takes
Melrose.
off from El Paso, bound for Mexico City. For unknown reasons, the UFO suddenly changes course and collides with the plane over Coyame, Mexico. U.S. military locate the wreckage of the plane.
Yeah, it was a drone that they took someone out.
To be found. Nearby, the responders also discover a Mexican army jeep with the lifeless bodies of 4 Mexican soldiers inside. There are no signs of trauma. They do not appear to have fired their weapons. Official cause of death: asphyxiation. The proximity of the Dayton and Corpus Christi locations is alarming. Just outside Corpus Christi is the Naval Air Station, Trove Field. Dayton is part of metropolitan Houston.
Wow, look how beautiful Houston is.
For NASA's space shuttle flights.
We have a beautiful
And
business
space exploration facility.
district.
The attracting UFOs. At the time of the Dayton incident in 1980, NASA was preparing to launch the first space shuttle. Some experts believe extraterrestrials are trying to send a message that would bring an abrupt halt to any further space exploration.
To talk publicly about UFOs and say NASA knew about the presence of publicly about UFOs and say NASA knew about the presence of UFOs. It was NASA's most closely held secret, and Marie Chatelain proves that.
Coming up, we reveal another UFO hotspot where 12,000 sightings have been reported over the past 60 years, including violent alien attacks.
Oh, the aliens! The Martians are coming. My phone is not charged. We want to go chase the sun down. We have to go eat before it closes. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 7:10 p.m.
Oh shit, we better chop. Hey, Elysian. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Minnesota totally fucking blows. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe you live there, right? So you could say whatever. Right? Like, I'm from LA, so I can say LA whatever because I'm from there, right?
From the 1950s to the termination of the British government's UFO project, around 12,000 UFO sightings were investigated.
Uh-oh, what is that noise? That's a kid.
British government's UFO desk, a department dedicated to the investigation of UFO sightings.
Right? Well, I want to go get something to eat. Maybe we'll just leave you here all by yourself. And you can talk to yourself like I do. And then we want to look up my lottery tickets because they're getting old. Let's just say I win lottery and didn't never cash it out. Wouldn't that be retarded? We gotta look up all the numbers and see. If I win $5, then that's a round or something, right? Oh. Oh, the little birdie. My phone is not charged, so we would love to do a food review. I want to go get Italian food because I have this Italian thing. Like when we lived in Topanga, we have Rocco's, right? We have one in Topanga. We have one in the Palisades. Different owners, but same thing. So we would eat there a lot because there's not much to eat in Topanga. It's like, we're not vegan or organic or some whatever hippy dippy. We want some meat, right? That's the spot.
The flashing lights are emanating from a large, triangular-shaped UFO resting on the forest floor.
Jim Penniston approached the UFO and at one point touched. He's described how this touching of the craft led to some effect where he was jolted and
Alright, we're gonna roll a joint and we're gonna go get something to eat the trunk. And I don't want heat rushing into right now. No more.
in his police notebook pages and pages of ones and zeros. These ones and zeros have been theorized to be binary code.
Let's turn it down.
Many people speculate that this is a message of some sort. There's huge controversy about the binary code and the Rendlesham message. And indeed, there's a lot of discussion, debate about whether this is a message, and if it is, what this message says, what it all means.
Decoding the message may reveal
Garlic bread and extra Parmesan.
hotspots like Britain and Texas.
We probably should. The garlic bread is a little pricey, but you know, why not, right?
There may be some revelations that will be made in the future. There may be some things that will
Alright.
never be released.
Coming up,
Well, I'm gonna go do a wax hit really quick, and then we're gonna roll this and take it to go.
it might in fact be the last. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Welcome back to Unsealed Alien Files. The time to act is now. There are 3 simple steps you can take to unseal the truth.
Follow on Twitter.
Follow the Unsealed Twitter feed to receive breaking news of the latest alien happenings as they develop.
Tell your story.
Have you seen a UFO?
Whatever we encountered affected our memory.
Upload stories and pictures to our interactive map.
Join the movement.
Get the Unsealed bracelet and the unique code hidden underneath to access exclusive content. Stop living in the dark. Get involved in the fight to unseal the truth. Now. Both the US and the UK are inundated with intense UFO activity. Many of these hotspots occur near military installations. But what are these alien reconnaissance missions for? The answer may lie on the opposite side of the planet, inside the world's rising superpower, the People's Republic of China. Hangzhou, July 7th, 2010. Thousands watch in stunned disbelief as a flaming UFO streaks across the night sky over the eastern city. Many capture vivid images of the object. Authorities immediately close Yelshan International Airport, thrusting the story into the worldwide media spotlight. The government pledges to launch a full investigation into the incident. Ultimately, the findings are never disclosed to the public. Only a week later, a second mass UFO sighting occurs in the southwestern city of Chongqing. Local residents are terrified.
Calm down, Spot. So the Spot
Renowned Chinese
want
astronomer
to eat.
Wang Xichao
I don't have any cat food, so we're just gonna give her some tuna
nearly 40 years.
and this stuff.
He believes UFO activity in China will only
gonna
continue
go
to
eat too.
increase. And according to a recent public statement, he doesn't rule out the possibility that the aliens might be hostile. If they are friendly to us,
Let's see what kind of tuna we have left.
civilization through exchange and cooperation
That's-
with them. If they are not, as long as we prepared for their invasion, we can beat them back based on their weaknesses.
We only have one can of that. It's not very good. It's a Mexican tuna still. Alright, let's see. Alright, you get chicken of the seas.
Surveying these places in preparation for a massive invasion.
We have to go shopping. Look, you ate all my tuna.
Capable of defending itself against sudden attack.
Now it's gonna cost a lot more money.
Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth.
Alright, you get chicken of the sea, so better than Mexican or bootleg tuna. Alright, here, Spot. Look. Get all this tuna water, which you love that stuff.
If the Martha
Other
Stewart
stuff
Marley
tastes better,
meal
right?
kit, you get pre-portioned ingredients from my go-to these recipes delivered straight to your door and takes only 30 minutes to cook.
Use code 14 for 14 free meals at Marley's.
Oh, look at that. That's good stuff right there. Get out.
This is unbelievable.
I could take it out with my knife. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. I am very lucky.
Hello, I'm
But hungry.
This is the Ring of Owls in Middleton, Manchester, set to be haunted by Sam Cavalier. And this is Destination Flying Solo.
There's enough on the wall, we're not even started. It's like the particles have been charged by this. Taking damage.
Alright, Spot. It's hungry. Alright, we want to do a wax it. Oh, look at Spot. Alright, so my phone isn't charged.
Which range from glasses moving on their own, footsteps being heard, and also stones being thrown in the
So Spot eating.
It is thought that the reported activity belongs to Edward, a cavalier who was murdered and buried beneath this very cell. He was ambushed by the Roundheads, who were waiting for him as he fled through a secret tunnel that connects the pub to Middleton Parish Church. Many artifacts have been unearthed, including pikes and helmets, but no human remains have been found. But that does not mean that his dismembered body is still not buried somewhere down here.
Spot, let me see you. What are you doing?
With so much reported activity,
Hey, Tommy Moon.
want help of an investigation. Now, should we encounter anything dark tonight, including any druids that are still working here, hopefully Edward will still be here to help us out. Oh, the Ring of Owls, Middleton. Another fantastic location. Yep. When I walked into this building, instantaneously, it didn't feel haunted when I started walking around the building and I felt unusual.
Well, they had some super silver haze or something at the cannabis club. We should have got that.
And I think maybe some people have come back to visit, like, they've been drinking in here, and also, things have happened. I feel like some of the spirits maybe still.
We like sour D, right? Yeah.
I think it's a really
So,
very
I think it's the closest thing.
We're in a different time of it. And because of what we know, you're right, and other factors that we know for certain.
That is a really good strain. I love sour D.
Cavalier is supposed to be a cavalier. Yes. this does go back quite a few hundred years. Like I say, to look at it from the outside, it doesn't look like it will have the history that it has got. But there are documents that back up the fact that it's a cavalier that's supposed to do its whimsical.
Well, cheers, Tommy.
Reports of this very bar, of stones being thrown, you know, glasses leaning on their own, every footsteps of the earth pumping about. It's a near, I feel like we've done a fantastic night here, and there's so many areas to cover. Yeah. You've got the basement, you've got upstairs, there's a function room.
Tiger, yeah, we missed Tiger. Tiger let me pet him, right? Tiger.
Yeah, we've been welcome. I think we need to do justice by doing a really full investigation, trying to back up as much of the claims as possible. Because we do know that the people who are coming are frightened left. So if we can try and put these stories to bed, keep a peace of mind.
Cheers, Tommy.
Come on.
Before we start our own rituals, we hear from Gary, a psychic medium, to hear if he senses any spirits haunting the ring the bells. Gary, welcome to Ghost Nation Flying Sailor. Oh, thanks for having me again. Hey, no worries. It's always good to have a medium on the show and see what the medium senses.
Yeah.
Picks up. It could be haunted, or may not be haunted, a location. And it's always interesting to see what history you pick up on. You know what? Come up with some good results. Hopefully tonight.
You look at that spot. Alright, let's try to charge my phone. I don't think I have enough battery power. Yeah, we're only at 23%. So I want to run to town and I want to get something to eat. I think I should maybe end my stream. I think it would be kind of rude if I left it on, right? Like, I don't know, should I leave my stream on and go get something to eat? Or should I just turn it off and go get something to eat? I have to roll a joint. Because I don't have enough battery power. We're pretty much just going to go do the same thing. We're going to go on a little creek down the creek and then like get something to eat, fuck off in the square, and then come back.
Oh my god. It's his thought. What's going on? Yeah. Which is bizarre than everything before on location. What happened to that? Okay. Is any of the spirit energies that jubilant that they are the ones causing that to happen?
More often come forward and then give us some more interaction, give us some more evidence, and that's what we're after.
Yeah.
So definitely, I feel there's a very strong presence here, yeah, and I'd say at least 3 since I've walked in the place.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's
just definitely.
That's really good. Any of these spirits identify who they are?
I've got a gentleman outside, seems to be in uniform. I haven't really got the backbone of him, but he seems to be as if he worked outside more. Uniform based. But in here,
I'll turn it off, get something to eat.
Dirt on the apron, possibly blood. But I don't know what that's about because I'm
YouTube, no, my stream is only at 20% on my battery. So, yeah.
So this person you're sensing with blood on, he could be linked with something to do with the church across the road.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna have to end my stream because I have to bring my phone. We have a charger. I gave one of them away, but we need to charge this. I'm not really so focused on streaming. I'm more focused on just whatever. Right.
The energy's being shifted, so I feel like I couldn't stand still now.
So the cat is eating.
Sway with the energy because I feel it's building.
Is it a physical person that's doing that?
I think they like the tuna water, right?
Yeah, so what I'll ask now is to come and unfold with the time and the era that's from. I feel that they won't be too far close apart because that's what's coming through already. So it'll be a time, so I'm trying to work with some dates.
Some dates and see. Yeah. There's also another
I like Spot because Spot come around every day, right? But Spot didn't come around for 4 or 5 days because early, we don't feed him early. Right? We feed him late. So I don't know, maybe she on a different time schedule. So we'll start. Hello, hey, where are you going? Come over here, let me see you. Alright, you can run by, okay. Hey, you little varmint. You're gonna get dry food. That's it.
I feel like there's been arguments or shouting, but with this lady as well, she's just nurturing and looking after this young girl. She's not showing her age at the moment, but when I walked into the building, I was drawn to a lady walking in, and I feel that she's everyone should turn and look at her and say, like, what are you doing there? But not just like establishment of this girl step just building. And we try and do it, but you know, I think they're way back, she's way back, going way back, way back, way back, something like that. But I'll find it some confirmation on that. Because she knows she's
So we're gonna do timeout thing. So we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna go get something to eat. We'll go on a beer run, get another round, and then we'll come back and start my stream. Yeah. So would love to thank everyone for dipping in and dipping out and stuff. Not a whole lot going on. Just drinking, smoking, blah blah blah. That's about it. So we're gonna go on a beer run and a food run, and then we'll come back and we'll restart my stream for the last round. So would love to thank everyone for dipping in and dipping out, and we will catch you on the next round. So everyone have a wonderful day or evening or whatever, right? All right, cheers. All right, let's turn it off.